'cause we just keep it down, down inside. Yeah, you and I, both longing for expression for the things we like, but we stay quiet.
Good morning, peeps. Welcome to another vlog. We got a very special assignment today and job today. We are installing 2 brand new force mains. Now, if you don't know what a force main is, let's pop into the studio and I'll give you a quick update on that. So peeps, the very first thing that we have to talk about is what a force main is. If we look it up in the Ontario Plumbing Code Book, the definition goes as such. Force main means a sanitary drainage pipe through which sanitary sewage is conveyed by mechanical or pneumatic propulsion. So there's a couple of things that we have to talk about right off the bat. What is sanitary sewage? Sanitary sewage means that it's sewage that is not fit for human consumption. Once it gets into the sanitary sewer, it goes out to the sewage treatment plant, where the city then goes through the process of cleaning that water to eventually make it fit for human consumption before it's redistributed towards the housing systems. What does it mean for it to be conveyed by mechanical or pneumatic propulsion? Essentially what that means, it's using a pump to move that water into the sanitary drain, which goes out to the sanitary sewer. So in other words, there is going to be a pump involved whenever you're dealing with a force main. And in this video right here, you're seeing 2 force mains and 2 new sump pumps being reinstalled because the previous sump pumps are around 35 years old. They've reached the end of their life expectancy, so they just wanted to upgrade the system to make sure that they don't run into any issues in the near future or even the distant future. Okay, so peeps, here's what I want to describe to you. Here's what's going on. We have a building right here, and it's got multiple floors, but here's what we need to pay attention to. We need to pay attention to the floor level, so ground level. What you're going to notice with every building is you're going to have a stack come up that goes all the way through the roof, comes down, and on ground level, it goes beneath the floor, and it shoots out to the manhole. This is the sewer outside, okay? The problem is, once you introduce a parking garage or a level below ground level, now, where the sewer is and where the pipe, the main going out to the sewer is, now it's above your head. You are below that. So the question becomes, how are we going to get rid of any sewage that comes down? Now here's something you got to consider. Whenever you do have a parking garage, a few things are going to happen. First of all, cars are going to be driving in from the snow, from the rain, and water's going to be coming in as well. You're going to need a way to get rid of that water. It's got to go somewhere, or else it's just going to stay there puddled. And God forbid you don't have any drains, it could actually end up filling up quite a bit, and that's going to be dangerous for the cars and for the electrical and for all the people around. On parking garages, you're going to notice there are a lot of catch basins in there. These catch basins will catch all the water that's inside there. Sometimes they'll catch the oil. They'll catch all debris and all dirt that is accompanied by water, and it'll go into those catch basins. And then what happens? That water can't just stay there forever because it's going to continue filling up. What you have to do is put in a sump pit, and then once you do that, you have to add in 2 force mains or a force main depending on how many pumps you're going to need. So here's an example of a parking garage. This is underneath ground level. As you can see right above here, that is where the main is going out to the sewer, as we described before. So because the main is above our heads, we need to be able to defy gravity with whatever sewage water we have under there, and the way you do that is you install a pump. Now again, just to reiterate, the pumps you end up buying have to do with the size of the sump pit itself and also the amount of water that's going to be coming in and needs to be discharged at one time. So basically, the engineer comes up with this number. They have their formulas, they figure that out, and then from there you go to the pump company. Once you go to the pump company is going to plug in its numbers. It's going to tell you what pumps they have available for that application, basically. What you see right here are 2 pumps, which is exactly what we have in this video right here, and you have a catch basin that's drained, goes into the pit. Now just to clarify, what happens is water will start collecting inside this catch basin right here, and when it gets to this flood level rim, it will start going down the catch basin drain towards the sump pit, and then the sump pit will start filling up as well. And then when the pumps are activated, they will discharge upwards. The pumps are going to push the water up, and they're going to get it to go through and into the main through what we call a force main. So this right here are 2 force mains like we talked about in the definition previously. So now here's what I want you to pay attention to. So this is your pump, this is the activator. Once it activates, it's going to start pushing the water upwards, and the first thing that it's going to meet, according to plumbing code, is a union, because it's discharging in this direction right here. So you have a union right here, and then you're going to have a check valve. The check valve is so that if the water stops midway, it's not going to come back and blast the pump backwards as well. What it's going to do is, as soon as that water comes up there, the check valve is going to activate when there's no more pressure, and it's going to hold the water there until the pump activates again, and then it's going to continue pushing on it. Once you have the check valve, you also have some sort of shut-off valve, and then it's going to continue upwards, and then it's going to continue into the main as well, just like so. And as it pushes in, then it will go out to the sewer outside, and the sewer will go all the way out to the sewage treatment plant, and that water will be cleaned so that it can be eventually ingested. I hope this drawing made sense, and let's go do some delicious plumbing. So now that we know what a force main is, here's what I wanted to show you. Here's the setup as to what we need to do. First of all, we got ourselves a tripod here. We're going to be connecting a hoist right in the center there so that we can raise and lower the new pumps that we do have. The pumps aren't here right now. I'll show that to you a bit later. But we do have a pump in case we need to drain this bad boy right here. We also have all of our materials, obviously. We're going to need a chop saw. It's going to make our lives a significant amount easier. We got ourselves a plumber right there. That's going to help us out as well. So peeps, as you can see, we have a pump set up from that pit over there coming all the way out in here, and that's only because we're gonna have to get into that one. So if it's filled with water, it's gonna obstruct us from being able to do that.
Hold me now, tell me things, tell me all about how you feel. Just let yourself go. Say it loud, wake the world on the other side, make it real. Just let yourself go, just let go.
So one thing you got to know about these pumps right here is they're actually kind of heavy. They are probably anywhere between 35 to 50 pounds. And then if you add on top of that the MIP plus the pipe itself that you got to thread into it and then lower it down, that's why you absolutely need a hoist in this situation, because it's just not going to be safe if you try to do it by hand and bring that pump down all by itself. So that's something to keep in mind. Let's get to it.
We're holding back each other in the things we do. It's all so blue. Yeah, what if we could grow just like the flowers through the concrete? Just you and me. Hold me now, tell me things, tell me all about how you feel. Just let yourself go. Say it loud, wake the world on the other side, make it real. Just let yourself go, just let go. Just let go. Just let go. Just let go. Just let yourself go. Let yourself. Me and you, we're holding back each other in the things we do. It's all so blue. Yeah, what if we could grow just like the flowers through the concrete? Just you and me. Just let go. Just let go. Just let go. Just let go. Just let yourself go. Let yourself go. Let yourself go. Let yourself go.
Okay, one thing I wanted to quickly stipulate is the way in which you solder the union onto the pipe, because here's one thing you got to consider. So this is the end of the union, and what's going to happen is this section right here is going to thread onto it, just like so, okay? But if I reverse the union and I put this side here and I solder this side onto this, the problem is every single time the plumber would take off the union, this ring right here would slide down the pipe. So the plumber now has to go all the way down the pipe and all the way down into the pit in order to go get this. So we always opt to put the union facing upwards so that when the plumber undoes it, it stays stationary and then you can remove the rest of the pipe rather than it slide all the way down. Now you gotta go get it for that. That's just something I wanted to let you all know. Let's get back to the delicious plumbing.
You and I, we never show emotions, we just keep it down inside. Yeah, you and I, both longing for expression for the things we like, but we stay quiet. Hold me now, tell me things, tell me all about how you feel. Just let yourself go. Say it loud, wake the world on the other side, make it real. Just let yourself go, just let go. Ooh, just let go. Oh yeah, just let go. Ooh, just let go. Just let yourself go. Let yourself be and you. We're holding back each other in the things we do. It's all so blue. Yeah, what if we could grow just like the flowers through the concrete? Just you and me. Hold me now, tell me things, tell me all about how you feel. Just let yourself go. Say it loud, wake the world on the other side, make it real. Just let yourself go, just let go. Blue. Yeah, what if we could grow just like the flowers through the concrete? Just you and me. Just let go. Ooh, just let go. Oh, just let go. Ooh, just let go. Just let yourself go. Let yourself go.
You don't have enough? You want me to get mine?
Don't get my tongue, please.
You have a second one?
Yeah, give me this. Keep going, push it.
Alrighty peeps, just like that we are done a full day of plumbing. Let me run you through everything we're doing. So we got pump number one. Pump number one has all the floaters. Each and every one of these gray floaters, once they come up, they activate. Once it gets to the third floater, if it actually raises, both pumps are activated. The first one activates the first pump. The second one activates the second pump, and then if the third floater comes up, both of them activate and they start shooting out. So here's what you got. You got a 90, you got your union, you got your check valve, you got a gate valve. Same thing, you got a union right here, check valve, gate valve. The reason why you have a check valve is because when the force main forces the water up, some of that water is going to want to come back, so it stops the water from going down. And then on top of that, if you wanted to service this entire section, you could also use the gate valve as well. All of this you're seeing right here is the electrical for the tube pump. This is the electrical box right here. If you follow this along, we just all these wires through here, and the electrician's going to take these, connect them into the breakers and the box right here. We don't touch that. Peeps, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment below, and I'll see you plumbers very soon. Kenny Molotov, guys. Peace, baby.
Just let go. Just let go. Just let go. Just let go. Just let yourself go. Like it's me and you. We're holding back each other.